Oh my God, that's a good fucking pickle. Jesus Christ, classic Dill.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023, and this is episode number 621 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and we're running with a lean crew tonight. Got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Brother, may I have some soup loops?
And Kelly Harris is here. What's up, Kelly?
Nice. I actually just replied to that meme in Instagram, and I said, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee loves a good soup loop.
Fucking
Soup loop?
Soup loops had me going for like
soup loop.
10 minutes straight. I was laughing about soup loops. And then the one before that was Jose.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah. We just see our loved ones in memes across the internet. Lee, did you
Yes.
said the date. It is March 7th, 2023. Do you know what is significant about yesterday?
What is significant about yesterday? Oh, shit. That would be, no. What's up?
Yesterday, and I brought this up to Mary, yesterday was the 14th anniversary of the inception of PanelsOnPages.com.
I thought so. I just didn't want to sound like an asshole. But yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Holy shit. Look at that. Damn.
Opened
We've been
up
at
the
this for
same
a
day
fucking
as the
minute.
Watchmen movie.
Yep. And so that would have mean that the first episode of the show must not have been more than a couple months after that.
Right.
Like, not much at all, yeah. Been podcasting so goddamn long, you used to have to explain it to people.
Mary just messaged me. She's in bed. She just messaged me, soup loops. Apparently
See, that's
that's
the
an
problem.
old meme. I had never seen it before.
See, I've seen that meme before, but it's a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Oh, okay.
And the cat's asking for Fruit Loop.
That cat is long dead.
That's the problem with
Just
hanging
like
out with a bunch
Keyboard
of
Cat.
colorful characters is that, you know, you get a reference for soup loops. Fucking wild.
Do you guys know?
R.I.P.
Was it,
Keyboard Cat.
was it that same video? What was it? It was a Chef Boyardee like charcuterie board thing, and that psycho poured out a bunch of Chef Boyardees onto a wooden plank, and one of them was chicken and rice. What psychopath, bipolar hobo is eating Chef Boyardee chicken and rice?
Lee? You?
I fucking what? Like, that's a thing? Why? Oh my
no
god.
idea. It's the
Oh,
one
that's
outlier.
horrendous.
So wait, it's like chicken and rice inside of a ravioli?
No, it's just like a chicken and rice soup, I think, kind of.
Oh. But like a Chef Boyardee one? Or is it just any kind of soup, but they just decided to spice it up?
That's the weird thing about it, man. It's
It's rice
not,
soup with chunks of chicken in it.
It doesn't make sense with the rest of their fucking... Okay, so... No, I was about to say maybe it does have noodles in it, but no. It's rice with chicken and vegetables.
All right, so it's almost more like a soup than a canned pasta thing, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Sort of.
Sure is.
Huh. Weird.
What the?
Stay in your
Oh.
fucking lane, Chef Boyardee. Did you know he was a real fucking guy? Like, there really was a chef. He was Boyardee. And it was like, spelled all Italian and shit. He was like a real dude.
Larry Boyardee.
I tell you what, I believe that there was a real Chef Boyardee before I believed that there was a real Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, there's photos of one of those guys. I'll let you decide which one's which. So. One of them's got a full fucking birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? No. Oh,
All right,
man.
who's more real, Chef Boyardee or Wendy from Wendy's?
Well, Wendy is definitely real, right?
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah. But so was the Boyardee character. Like, he was a real dude, too. Kind of like the Colonel.
Yeah, but which one was
Colonel
more
was a real
real,
guy.
Lee?
Yeah.
God, who amongst us is more real than the next? That's some real
I tell you what,
real
though,
existential shit right there.
I will vouch for Wendy because Dave Thomas is a real one.
Okay. Fair.
I don't,
That's true.
I don't know about. I don't know anybody that could vouch for Chef Boyardee besides Lee.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He's one of my people, but I won't take him.
Yeah, I feel like Dave Thomas was the most honorable of the burger slingers.
No doubt.
I respect it.
Fresh, not frozen. Where's the beef?
Yep.
Mad respect. Mad respect.
Making squares.
That's how you know it's fresh.
Like a real goddamn rebel. He was like, no, square burgers. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
Mary in the chat says that Wendy is still alive, I think. Yeah, because I think they recently use her in a commercial?
I wouldn't
Did they?
know. I haven't seen a commercial in many, many moons.
Yeah. The only time I see Wendy's commercials, it's just the high-pitched guy's voice where he's like, "You want a Frosty? Come to Wendy's."
Yeah, it's like everybody's talking about this fucking cheeseburger song, and I have never heard it because I haven't seen a commercial in a very long time.
I've only seen it in memes.
You mean burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese?
If you say so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I had
that's
no
the
idea.
shit.
Yeah, no, it is completely outside my realm of reference. I have no fucking idea.
Okay, yes.
And I'm okay with it.
The real life Wendy appeared in Wendy's ads too. And this was I don't know, recent. I remember this commercial. Do you guys
All right.
remember when they had this other redhead as like the stand-in Wendy?
Yes, I remember her.
She was great.
I do remember her, yeah. And I remember her like Wendy yelling from off camera, but I don't remember actually seeing her on camera.
Oh, speaking of fast food spokespeople, we started the
please.
Jared from Subway documentary tonight.
Oh, how's that? Is that a real
3 episodes.
heartwarming?
Listen to this, you guys. It's 3 episodes. It's on. We're watching it on Discovery Plus. It's on one of those Discovery channels. I did not realize that this was part of the story, but apparently, the way they took Jared down was this radio news woman was involved in a couple of Jared from Subway events at like schools, you know, where he would motivate kids to eat well, and she would interview him on the radio, interview him on TV. She was like a a local Sarasota celebrity interviewer.
Okay.
And they go to this middle school for an event, and they're all alone. They're about to do a video interview, and he leans in and he says, "Oh man, middle school girls are so hot." So
Oh, no.
in this moment, this woman
What? Wait. You just offered it up?
just offered it up. In this moment, this woman says, "I'm going to make it my life's work to take down Jared from Subway."
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what you do.
She fucking honeypotted him, recorded their conversations. Yeah.
Holy shit.
There are, I would like to talk about how many disclaimers there are about the extreme nature of the content that they're showing in this documentary.
Jesus.
Oh.
That's fucking gnarly. Like, I mean, like you're Jared from Subway, right? Like that's not A-list. You know what I'm saying? You're just Jared. You're the fucking sandwich guy.
I don't know,
right?
bro. I think at the height of Jared, he was A-list because he was definitely rubbing elbows with the A-list.
Yeah, he was flying
saying.
high on those $5 footlongs.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is that, like, just for being the fucking sandwich guy,
He
was
wasn't
like,
a fat guy anymore.
Yeah.
he's like, I, as the sandwich guy, am untouchable enough.
Yeah, he
that I
flew
can
too
just be
close
like,
to the sun.
oh man, yeah, just the creepy balls it takes. Ugh, gross.
It's wild
I'm glad
stuff.
that guy's in prison. What a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Well, that's
It's terrible.
it's kind of like watching Dahmer or watching something like this, or even the submarine dude that killed that lady. I feel like it's an easier watch when you know they got eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's more
Yeah.
of a story of how this motherfucker got.
Yeah.
But just, I can't believe to be like, hey, here's the thing that is, hey, you want to hear a hot take that can land me in prison?
Well, and that's
Person
that was
I don't really know? Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
her justification in not immediately going to the authorities and instead kind of building a relationship with him is she says
Gotta
if
get
she were
evidence.
to just
Yeah,
go
I
to the
don't-
cops right
oh.
then and say,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, he said this thing," he'd be like, "No, I didn't, fucking bitch."
Yeah.
Fucking liar.
Nah.
Now
right
I'm going
move
to
all the
sue you
way.
into oblivion.
Yeah.
Nah, that lady's a fucking hero. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
It's a lot of
So-
evilness in this world.
So much evilness. But let's lighten it up a little bit. So before we get into our wrestle talk of the week, and I don't want to say that's why Mahoney's not here, because I feel like that's unjust. That seems.
It's part.
That's-
I think it's a big part of it.
I feel like it's an oversimplification to be like that's why Mahoney's not here. But I guess if he's not here to defend himself, then fuck it. That's why Mahoney's not here. It's okay.
I mean, he did catch the COVID-19.
yeah, but the timing is very suspect.
It is.
I mean, you could have caught it any time, anywhere,
Yeah.
and he just happens to catch it the week we're gonna be talking about a pay-per-view. So
Seems fishy.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
He made sure to tell us he'd been sniffing a lot of balloons recently, too.
Yeah, just real sketchy shit. Real sketchy.
Okay, here's the plan. Next time we're going to talk wrestling, we create an entire ruse where we tell Mahoney it's a different topic, create different artwork, schedule it as a different topic altogether, and then
Oh, we're going to talk about TikToks.
yeah. We're bringing back top 6 TikToks.
But then he'll be like, "Wait, Lee's on the show. We can't really be talking about TikToks. He wouldn't be here for that."
No, you have to be here, Lee. You're the host.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am held captive.
That's why
My own
we're able
creation.
to force ourselves on you.
Yeah, it's been 14 years of this.
Oh god. So the other night, we're out because my lady and I we finish most days we finish in the backyard off the deck in the hot tub.
Hell
Hot
yeah.
Hot tub's a good time to finish a day if you can.
Silly goose
would
corner.
recommend. Very much, very good. Would recommend. It's great. So we've recently begun like, hey, you know what would be cool? And I can't believe it took this long to figure it out. Let's bring a fucking speaker out. Fucking listen to some tunes while we chill out and then outside. It's nice.
Oh, you are leveling up your chill game, my brother.
We really are. And
Next,
so,
you need to bring out some
Spotify-
soup loops.
some soup loops. So
Just
Spotify
dump 'em right
has
in
this
there.
new gimmick now.
Have a
Oh
great
my
time.
god. just flying out the jets is a bunch of fucking mashed up spaghettios. Oh Christ. So Spotify has this new gimmick where you can be like, okay, cool. Hey, Kelly, you and me are gonna join a thing, and it's gonna create a playlist based on like shit that we both like, right? It's gonna be like, here's a song from, Lee's playlist, and here's a song from that Kelly likes, and each song in the playlist has your like profile photo by it, and so you know where it comes from, and every once in a while you'll see one that has both photos, right? Oh, okay, this is a song that both of you really like. Clearly you played enough, you both play it, so that's when we're putting it on your fucking little greatest hits playlist or whatever, right? It's like, okay, so we're out, and it's going back and forth because it's Nicole and I have what you might call different tastes in music. It's fucking it'd be some fucking Usher song, then it goes into a Slipknot track, shit like that, so you never know what's gonna come up next, and that's kind of part of the fun. So laying out there, and the song goes off, and then suddenly it just starts going. Like wet ass fart sounds. And it goes on for a few seconds until we're like, this doesn't seem like an intro to a song. What the fuck is happening here? And I pick up my phone. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it just says fart sounds. It's a 3.5-minute track of fart sounds. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, this is the part we need to tell you that my son, who is 8, has a smart speaker in his room. And that's also the part where I tell you that in the playlist, the shared playlist, wet fart sounds was a pull from both of our play histories, which means that while neither of us had ever heard the wet fart soundtrack, our son had told his speaker to play it so many times on both of our accounts that it was like, this must be an all-time top jam for both of you. We're going to throw that bitch in rotation.
Wow.
And oh my God, I thought I was going to throw up from laughing. It was so fucking funny. Like, I could not fucking handle it. Just 3.5 minutes of wet fart sounds.
I love that he did it on both of your accounts too, which means this isn't just something he's listened to once and been like,
Nope.
that was funny.
No, it's happened multiple times.
Sometimes,
Clearly, it's happened multiple times.
sometimes maybe you had a little bit of a hard day. Sometimes you just need to hear some wet fart sounds to make yourself feel better. Do you think he does a dance?
Oh, he definitely does a dance.
I don't know. If there was a dance, we'd have seen it by now. Because this fucker loves sharing a dance.
Okay, well, you need to play wet fart sounds and see what happens.
Yeah, you need to just be like, hey, Jax, I want to play you this funny song I heard the other day.
He's like, Dad, is that wet fart sounds?
That is my shit.
Okay, this is so. The screenshot you sent us of the, the playlist, wet fart sounds. It's the picture is a volcano
Yes, it is.
with a big black cloud, and then vaguely Comic Sans font at the very bottom that just says wet fart sound
With-
effects.
Asterisks
Yeah.
at the front and the end.
Yeah, it was one of the funniest goddamn things I'd ever seen. And then it was like
Sound effect, funny fart, funny sounds is the artist.
The artist, yes.
A minute and 33 seconds.
It might have been the same night, maybe the night before. I don't know, but he's getting out of the shower, and I'm like, "You doing all right, man?" And he's like, "Yeah." Hey, Dak, check this out. And I'm like,
no.
"Oh Christ!" And I go in there, and he's got one hand in front of him, one hand in back, and he's like flossing his taint with the towel, doing the thing. And I'm like, "Buddy, what the fuck are you doing?" And he goes, "Your balls can never be too dry, Dad." I'm like, "Fuck you, little weirdo." You magnificent fucking weirdo.
Someday he'll learn.
Yeah. That was not the time to have these, son. Your balls can, in fact, be much too dry. That was not a conversation for a Thursday night. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
It's wild.
Kid's a goddamn menace.
For a split second, I thought, you know what? I probably have wet fart sounds on my hard drive right now. Because that definitely seems like something I would find on YouTube and download for sound effect.
Yeah.
I've got so many of those shits that are download off of YouTube. It's like, hard punch hits.
Right.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious, you guys. It was so goddamn funny. So funny.
See, at first I thought you were going to say that he accidentally chose to play it on your speaker instead of the one in his room, and he was just up there wanting to listen to farts, and nothing was happening. Like, you thought he was in bed, but he's just like, nope, fart time. Mom and Dad are in the hot tub. I'm going to listen to farts.
It's fart o'clock.
It's like, that's my nightly routine. They go outside, I sit and listen to farts.
That's fucking wild, man. What do you got going on, Nice?
Oh, man, I spent the last week doing my taxes, and it's so stupid.
That does suck.
It's so boring and not fun, and TurboTax asks the dumbest questions. It's like, you know the answer. Just, Joe Byron, just tell us if our taxes are right. Why do we have to guess? God damn it.
We know
and if you
exactly
guess
how
wrong-
much money you owe us.
Yeah.
And
And
guess
if you
wrong,
don't
they'll
pay,
put you in
go
a
to-
fucking cage.
You go to jail.
They don't know shit, man. They don't know nothing.
Also, we might have some of your money.
Do you think
You got to
there's
find out.
some fucking database in Washington, D.C. that has all of my purchases from Amazon just listed? Amazon has it.
That's the terrorist database.
Amazon has it, and the government could probably subpoena those records from Amazon, but they're not storing that shit anywhere. They don't know. They don't have enough IRS workers.
No, well, actually, they did hire a bunch of new IRS people.
Yeah, but I thought that was a proposal. It was supposed to be happening, but then the Republicans took the House again, and they were gonna take that back because all the 87,000 new tax collectors were also gonna be carrying guns, and it was gonna take all the white people's money and their guns, right?
See, okay.
They were
See, I
gonna
thought that
Kanye
went
everybody.
through because last I heard was that this year everyone's supposed to be real careful on their taxes because you might get caught.
I
if
don't
you
know,
fuck up.
man. Like, do you think they actually did something?
I mean, I ended up owing $32. So I don't know.
Oh, fucking sucker. How does that even happen?
I don't know.
A year
So
of
I
you
owed-
toiling
I owed
away in the
32.
mines,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Sorry, bud, you owe us $32."
Yeah, I owed 32 on my federal, but then I got back like 750 from the state. So I don't know.
Oh, okay, so it evens out.
It evens out, but it's just like how? What?
That's the one
How
thing
does
about
that happen?
TurboTax that drives me nuts. They know that there is no state income tax in Florida, so why are they asking me to input my state income tax? You're just confusing people. You're trying to trick them.
Yeah, like if that should just be a thing where you automatically go like, "Hey, this person lives in Florida. All right, cool. Skip this part."
Skip to section 2, right? Yeah, whatever. Fuck.
That's pretty cool. Speaking of money, holy shit, NECA with this whole Target haulathon
Mother of God, so
dropped
much.
like $400 worth of stock, worth of Toon Ninja Turtles,
Split that shit like just, I
all
don't
at
get
once.
why-
And
don't
like
get it.
it's shit like fucking Tall Thug and Short Thug. And they raised everything, all the prices by $5. They're expecting somebody to pay $60 for Short Thug and Tall Thug. And did you guys see how many pictures there were of people taking a picture of the inside of their trunk, and they had one or more of everything?
Yes.
Everything.
Psycho
It was
shit.
insane.
Psycho shit. I did get that.
But also, it's like, but with that shit though, like, if you think you want it and you see it, you had better get it,
Right.
Because like if it maybe. Fuck, it's like, man, I really wish I didn't have to spend $60 on Tall Thug and Short Thug today, but if I wait 3 weeks, it'll be $100. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god, I am so thankful that my Toon Turtle cabinet is bursting at the seams. Like, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put that turtle van. Like, I don't know if it'll fit in one of the shelves I currently have. I'm gonna have to put it on top. I might just flip that fucker. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, like $400 worth of merchandise. And then they also got this goddamn turtle portal for pre-sale for $65 after shipping and
at the
tax.
exact same damn time. They're like, oh yeah, you got all this Target shit? Well, guess what, nerds?
But like, why couldn't
But
that...
wait, there's more.
Yeah, why couldn't that accessory set have that portal in it? It's the portal and then everything else. That would make it a little bit better. $65 for that. I got it anyhow. I'm still looking for that accessory set. Oh, I'm not looking. I haven't been anywhere. Hoping, crossing fingers.
I checked for you, didn't see it, but if
I
I do see
appreciate
one, I'll
it.
let you know.
Always looking out. And then they got a new History of the World Part 2 series on Hulu. So we sat down and we watched the original the other night, and they're doing 2 episodes a night, and I think it's 3 nights, maybe 4 nights in a row. And the show is Mel Brooks is like the host, and then it's executive produced by Nick Kroll, Ike Barinholtz, Wanda Sykes, and so they're in like most of the sketches. But there's all kinds of fucking people in it. Danny DeVito's in it, Jack Black. It's fun. It's silly.
The Jackass guys are going to be in there.
Yes, there's a whole Jackass segment. Multiple Jackass segments.
Nice.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it's fun. And is that it? Is that all I got? Yeah, that's all I have, because our topic for tonight is pretty much the bulk of my week. Fucking taxes
right.
and wrestling.
2 things that are inevitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taxes and wrestling. Fucking wild.
Yeah, I don't really have anything more. Like I've been playing more of Like a Dragonation. That's still very good. And then I watched more wrestling than what we're going to talk about. If you want to hear that that, go listen to my other podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go listen to Jumping Bomb Audio, where we talked about this past weekend's Stardom show and the matches that had Joshi wrestlers from the newest from the GCW show on Saturday. But other than that, yeah, I haven't done shit.
Juggalo John in the chat says that History of the World Part 2 is a lot more like Drunk History, and I agree. It felt very Drunk History-esque. He's like, it's missing the Mel Brooks polish, but Mel Brooks is fucking 90-something. They got him to do voiceover in a booth for one day. Give the man a break.
Yeah, once I heard that was happening, I was surprised. I was just like, wait, Mel Brooks can still do this?
He looks good.
He can still go?
He's a goner any day now, I'm sure, but
yeah,
enjoy him while we got him.
Yep.
And in that case, it's kind of cool that if this ends up being one of the last things he does, then he got to do it. That's kind of
yeah.
neat,
Now he's just got to get Spaceballs 2 out there.
Fucking the search for more money. I have had an idea for a Spaceballs 2 for a while, and it's basically, I think at this point you would have to do the sequels too, but I wanted a like an Anakin Skywalker, Jake Lloyd, but Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet, like a baby Dark Helmet.
Yeah, I'd be into that.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll call up Mel and we'll get the ball rolling.
We're waiting, Hollywood. Fucking cowards.
Lee, you should check your recent play history on your Spotify, just in case Jax has this track, in case he needs to get a one-up on you.
Drop it. Dropping that hot fire.
Eagle screech.
God damn it.
Eagle
terrifying.
screech sound effect. I definitely downloaded that from YouTube.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Good times. All right, let's talk about some fucking wrestling. Let's get into it. Get into it.
Yeah!
On Sunday, which, you know, I already missed the fucking Saturday pay-per-views, man. Like, Saturday pay-per-view is where the fuck it's at, TK. What are you thinking?
I thought the logic was they do Sunday pay-per-views on a holiday weekend, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan.
was this a holiday weekend that I didn't know
Sure
about?
wasn't.
Well, I know last week was Ash Wednesday. And then wasn't
That doesn't
Passover
count.
also the past week, but that didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's real weird. I don't know what that's about because, like, I mean, I don't mind staying up. It's fine. I
Well,
don't sleep anyway.
it's
but
funny
it is
because
nice.
WWE has been doing Saturday night shows because they're like dodging other large sporting events. I think they did a bunch of Saturday. Well, the Rumble was on a Saturday.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been running
just
a lot
nice
of their
not to
bigger
worry about,
shows
you
on
know.
Saturdays.
And I appreciate it. Like, it's not nice not to worry about fucking getting up early the next day or,
Yeah.
you know, like the kids can hang out and watch the whole show if you want them to or whatever. Like,
Yeah, like it's perfect for kids. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to go to bed to get ready for school.
yeah. So I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
I know Sunday is traditional for wrestling pay-per-views, but man, Saturday night's for fighting, you guys.
That's right. I've heard that. That's in the song. They said that. But you know, whatever. It was Sunday. What the fuck are you gonna do? So.
Oh, I tell you
whatever
what you're
tonight.
gonna do is you're gonna take a midday nap from about 2:00 to 6:00. That's what I did.
How'd that work out for you, big boy?
It was fantastic. I had a great time.
All right.
Man, I can't nap. I wish I could nap, but I can't. If I do, it just fucks me up.
Well, yeah, that happens too. Nothing worse than a bad nap.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
You get a bad nap in, you're never going to nap again.
Oh God, it just breaks you.
One of those couch naps where you're not exactly fully stretched out and you just wake up with a crick in your neck and a headache and thirsty and angry.
I didn't even like to nap when I was a kid.
Well, nobody likes to nap when you're a kid.
No, but you still do it. Like, I didn't. I just laid there.
I just thought about existence.
I just stared at the ceiling. I wish I had a smart speaker so I could have listened to fart sounds. Kids don't know how good they have it.
It's yeah, and that's the gift you get to keep on sharing.
Yeah.
Fucking the gift of fart sounds.
Because eventually you can just, I mean, you could always just make your own, but, you know, it's funnier to just listen to them.
Yeah, it's not wrong. So yeah,
AEW
what
Revolution.
else Yes, went over to my good buddy Goat's house, and he picked out burgers, and we watched the show, and it was great.
Love that dude.
He's the fucking best. Yeah, watch that shit on the Fight app via your
Yes.
VPN provider of choice.
Yes.
And fucking we'll get that pay-per-view for $20.
Yeah.
So
That is pretty cool. I've had issues with Dynamite and Rampage where there's a lot of freezing and buffering. There was a little bit of that towards the beginning of this show, but then the rest of the night it was smooth like butter.
I recommend the Ireland server. It has a lot less buffering issues than the UK server.
Oh, yes. How did you know I was watching this from the UK, Doc Lens? I need to see if I can get not only the Fight app on the TV, but the VPN app on the TV, if that'll work instead of casting it from my phone.
I don't know how that works. I just cast it from my iPad to the TV, and it works.
It seemed to work.
Yeah. But missed most of the pre-show. So I really don't know what the hell happened there.
You didn't miss much. The pre-show was mostly like talking segments. There was one match.
Sure.
A trios match with Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers beating Josh Woods, Tony Nese, and Ari Daivari. It was a fine enough match. I thought it was fun. But yeah, it was a very not match-heavy pre-show, which in the end, I think worked out good because I didn't feel burned out by the end of this show at all like I usually do with AEW pay-per-views. And I think not watching an hour of matches before the show helped.
Yeah, it was much more hype than matches that wouldn't fit on the card. And it's kind of like they did the ladder match on Dynamite instead of on the show. Yep. And I'm cool with that. It sucks that not everybody gets a pay-per-view check, but at least everybody's got something cool going on the week of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that because these shows just are usually so jam-packed where there's no breathing room. And this one, even though the main event was an hour, it did feel like there was some breathing room, and it was nice.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like I wasn't... It's ironic, and, a match that had a countdown, I wasn't checking my watch every few minutes, being like, God damn, when's this shit going to be over, And even when the shows are good, I find myself being like, fuck, I've been doing this for 5 hours. Like, what's, when's the next thing?
Mary tried her damnedest to, she had to work early the next morning. She tried to hang in there, and the Iron Man match started, and the first time they said how much time had elapsed, they said 15 minutes had elapsed, and she was like, what the fuck? It's only been 15 minutes. I'm going to bed. But then she got to watch it yesterday, and man.
Yeah.
Don't want to bury the lead, but fuck.
Yeah. No, we'll get
what
there.
A match.
Starting off with Ricky Starks and Chris Jericho. I thought that was a pretty good opening match. Wasn't too long. We got everybody kind of hyped up.
I tell you what. My opinion of Chris Jericho has been stated many times, but I understand what he brings to the table, and I think it's very smart of Tony Khan, and I feel like this has happened a lot, more times than I can remember, that Jericho jerks the curtain on the pay-per-view because people are stoked to see one of the biggest stars in the company, and then they get to sing the stupid fucking song too. So it hypes everybody up, everybody in the crowd, everybody at home. It's real smart, and I applaud Tony Khan for that.
Yeah, no, it's a smart move, and just the doing the song and stuff, everyone loves it. I like this match a lot. It's not even, it's a complaint, but it's a weird little thing where the second that Sammy Guevara started walking to the ring, shouldn't Jericho have been disqualified?
Right.
Right.
And I saw that, and I'm like, why isn't the match done?
They should have done some bit where Sammy Guevara comes out in his Jericho Appreciation Society vest, and he rips off the patch or something like that. He's like, I'm no longer in the Jericho Appreciation Society. I declare bankruptcy.
I can be here. Yeah. Now, I've actually been enjoying the whole angle they got with, Jericho losing to what everyone thought was going to be a fucking one-off jobber, and now he's a star in the company. It's a pretty cool angle they're doing there.
Fucking Action Andretti came like a bat out of hell. And
really
just,
I thought he was a fan at first.
yeah.
just fucking leveled him.
Yeah, I thought some
Fucking
fan
put
was
Sammy
like,
on the
I
fucking
believe in the
ground."
sanctity of rules.
Society has rules, Sammy. Spear. Then they did basically a casket match with Jungle Boy and Christian, which they added to the show.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking last Wednesday on Dynamite. Like, I remember I'm watching Dynamite and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Tony Khan quit making matches challenge. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I'm
but
sorry,
it was
Lee.
pretty fucking cool. I liked it a lot.
I'm sorry, Lee. It was legally distinct final burial match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, a final burial match. That's right.
Which is part casket match, part buried alive match, but then the burying them didn't really seem to factor into it much.
Part Dr. Doom's Fear Fall.
Oh my god, that was so fucking
I
funny when
loved
he
it.
shut the casket and then Christian's the casket just immediately drops.
Plummets into the abyss.
Because I figured it was just going to slowly lower down into the grave.
Yeah, I bet he did too.
No, that was definitely planned, and that was great.
Yeah, because Jack didn't react to it at all.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
But even if it was planned, like, I don't know, man. If you're in there, that fucker drops. You're like, ah! Even if you know it's coming, it's like shit.
No, this is 100% one of the things that AEW needs to make their own. You know, the casino ladder match has gotten muddled over the past few years, but this stupid fucking final burial where the goal is to put them in the casket until it drops into the center of the earth, people will be stoked for that.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes to watch
And
somebody.
it gives Christian a chance to pocket sand Jack Perry. Just throw a bunch of dirt in his face. I'm like, holy shit.
It's not fun watching somebody shovel dirt onto a casket. So
No.
put them in the Tower of Terror, drop them to the first floor.
Yeah, Jungle Boy came out wearing some jeans and his Jungle Boy boots. Christian came out wearing a sleeveless turtleneck, and it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It was so funny.
So good.
Yeah, he looked like such an asshole.
You look
It's a
at
turtleneck with the sleeves cut off.
You look at this AEW card and how many former WWE stars are on it, and then you see how many of them took clean pinfalls or clean losses to their up-and-comer opponents, and you realize, okay, well, this is how AEW does legends differently than WWE.
Yeah. There was definitely a theme to this show. Like, it was very much the young crop getting their victories over the older wrestlers.
And maybe that... it doesn't have to be like a gimmick match like Hell in a Cell, but maybe that's what Revolution is every year, is kind of the anointing of the new crop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would not be mad about that.
The only thing that really broke that trend was the next match, the Trios title match, just because there wasn't really an option for either team to be the young up-and-comers.
I mean, I think out of all of them, Brody King is probably the youngest. I don't know.
Brody
Jesus.
King came off so well in this match. Like,
Brody King fucking rules, you guys.
He's great.
Like, he's so fucking good.
So much of the match was built around him, and the Elite sold for everything from him. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not a House of Black fan just because I think Malachi Black's a fucking dork.
And what did that stem from? Did that stem from him sucking Vince's dick, or was that something else that spurred your hatred for Malachi Black?
I think it's mostly the bootlicking, because like I thought Tommy End was cool, but like that just because I was watching him wrestle. And turns out when that guy starts talking, I'm like, oh god, this guy fucking sucks.
Once he brings lore into it.
Yeah, right. It's like, ugh. I'm like, this is lame as fuck. and just all the dumb light it gets under my skin. Maybe I'll admit I could be wrong, but I just don't
No,
fucking
you're
care
not.
for it.
I think they're pretty
Okay.
fun. They have a good time.
But on the one hand, I'm like, Brody King's just fucking dumped these losers. But then I'm like, he fits so fucking well with these dorks because they're all
He does.
buddies and they have
They're
a
a
thing going
very
on.
good unit.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah.
And Julia
I was
Hart's good with them.
Yes. Yeah, she's doing some good shit. I was shocked to see them win, but didn't mind it because the match fucking rocked.
Yeah.
It was
Very good.
Really, really good match. Really good match. Man, whenever Brody King does the fucking, hang him off the apron sleeper hold, I just clutch my pearls. I'm like, oh, God.
You are going
so
to
bad.
disconnect their head from their body.
That fucker is just so big and so strong. It's crazy. Just looking like a shaved and tatted up grizzly bear.
Yeah. Yeah, very good match. I went 4.25 stars on that one.
It was really, really good. Really good.
And it looks like
Might
the Elite are moving on to other things. I don't know if you saw the tweet today of Don Callis posting a picture with Kenny, who's back in the suit with the sunglasses and
Hell
saying,
yeah.
"We found our focus again," or something along
Let's
those
go.
lines.
Huh.
I mean,
All right.
if you think about it, they were probably slated to drop the belts to House of Black by this time, but
Probably.
all the fucking Punk shit kind of killed some of their run. They did those 7 matches with Death Triangle,
Mm-hmm.
and they were the first.
Goddamn classic.
They were the first, so they can move on now. They put some value into the titles, and now that they can fly away, there is a pretty good trios division forming.
There really is.
In AEW.
Yeah, they've got the AR Fox and Top Flight is another great team they've got right now. I'm hoping that eventually they'll kind of integrate, not on a super regular basis, but Aussie Open and Will Ospreay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring my boyfriend to TV. It is kind of fucked up that Death Triangle lose the Trios Championships, and then the next time we see Lucha Brothers, they're like, "Hey, what's up, Mark Briscoe? You want to be our third man?"
Friendship with Pac over. Pac over. Mark Briscoe is our best friend now.
That dude's wild.
Yeah. It's really great just how immediately super over he is with the fans.
He's Teflon. He's fucking
And I don't even
bulletproof.
think it's a "we're sorry your brother's
No.
dead" thing. It's just everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's awesome."
Yeah, there's the mix of people who are happy for him finally getting this stage. There are the people that just learned about him that's like, "Oh, this guy's fucking cool."
This guy's an
I didn't get a
insane
chance to watch a
person.
lot of Briscoe brother matches, but I've been a big fan of everything I've seen so far from him. He's wild, man. Just a fucking wild man. What was it last week during the one of the ladder matches or something, or the Battle Royal? He just came out and started wrecking shit for no apparent reason.
Well, he
Yeah,
did
that set up the trios match on the pre-show.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because he said
Gotcha.
he like felt like he was in a dream, and he thought that he missed his cue to go out there with his brother for the tag team battle royal.
That's fucking great. That's good. All right, I'll allow it.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
So then he just chased Smart Mark Sterling around.
And then, my girl Jamie Hayter came out and wrecked shit. That match kicked ass too.
I was so happy
But,
she won.
Yes.
I was convinced Saraya was winning.
Yeah.
I was convinced it was happening, and I was like, "Oh no, let's not."
I know that they have had matching gear when they've been a tag team, but I loved that Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker had matching outfits, even though Britt was just in like street clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Britt straight up looking like a Spice Girl.
With her outfit. Mary made the observation that Jamie Hayter's outfit, her fur coat, like all of her strappies and garters and lace and fishnet and all that. Very Asuka.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
very
can see that.
One of
kind of just big Japan influence.
Yeah.
Like they've got a lot of more just fancy gear like that.
it seems like a lot of people have been getting the garters that Jamie Hayter made popular, because boy do they make butts look great.
They sure do. Good old butt straps.
It's like a push-up bra for your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull yourself up by the butt straps.
I thought it was
But everybody looked great. Good spots. The match was fun. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, and I'm, and like, sometimes some people just look good with the belt,
yes.
and Jamie Hayter just looks good with the belt.
Yeah,
It's
it's right. It feels right.
there is no
Yeah.
one that has a better time coming down to the ring than Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the little dance she does, fucking rubbing the belt. Like, she looks good with the belt. Like Kenny Omega, I think looks good with a belt.
Mhm.
Like it just fits well, and it's great. And I could give a shit about whatever Ruby Soho's fucking swerve at the end, whatever. The match was
But
good.
Lee,
I don't
her
mind
hair
that.
was green.
It's the new
Sure
Riot
was.
Squad / Absolution.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought Ruby looked great in the match, though. Like she
Yeah.
was. Yeah, everybody fucking brought it.
one of my favorite things from this match is, and I called it before the match even started. I was like, okay, so Ruby's eating the pin from Jamie Hayter so that Saraya can stay protected. So Jamie Hayter pins Ruby Soho. Jamie Hayter's music plays, and then there's the double cross, and they all beat up, my God, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. And then Ruby Soho's music plays as the segment ends, and it's like, no, she lost. She took the pin. Why does she get her music played?
That's a good point.
They should have turned Hayter's music back on and just had her fucking dance up the ramp.
Yeah. There's a small part of me, though, hoping if Saraya was going to win, it was going to be because the Bella Twins came out, because they were in the back.
They were.
Oh no shit.
I was hoping they were going to interfere and help their friend win.
That'd be fun.
Because I was like, that would be great.
Oh my God.
That'd be fucking wild. The
Yeah.
goddamn roof would have blown off that place.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And then, next up was the Hangman Mox Texas Death Match, and boy, it fucking rocked.
My favorite match of the night. 5 stars. Easy.
It was fucking awesome. It was so good. Goat's stepdaughter was out with us. She's Jack's age, so she's 8 years old. And it was right around the first time fucking Hangman. No. It was when Mox just, the non-gimmickest fork in the fucking planet, just started stabbing Hangman in the head. She looked over and she just got out of the shower and she just pulls the towel she had around her hair over her face, like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be a lot of that.
God,
Yeah.
the blood splatter on Mox from that spot is so insane.
Oh my
See, I wasn't
God.
sure where that splatter came from.
Well, because it was, he was just punching Hangman in the head, so it was just flying off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the splatter came from, as it was splashing off of Hangman's forehead onto him as he was bopping him in the head over and over.
Yeah, Mary sent a picture to the wrestling group chat of her face inside of her shirt, and Lee was like, I'm making this your profile picture on my phone.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell which one of those two boys has got more scar tissue on their head. Because,
Yeah.
boy, Mox bled like a fucking pig, like a stuck pig. He bled so much.
Yeah. Once
Like,
it starts, he gets ragooed.
I saw something
Oh.
where somebody made the comment, A wrestler needs to challenge Mox to a first blood match. Like,
Fuck,
that seems
Peter
like an
Avalon.
MJF move.
It should be
Yeah.
Peter Avalon.
Yeah, straight up.
I love whenever Mox starts to juice, or whenever anybody starts to juice, all the anti-blood people come out of the woodwork. And I feel like they bleed harder next time whenever that happens.
What anti-blood people? What the fuck we're talking about?
There's
The people who complain online about just like, Max shouldn't be bleeding so much.
says it's low rent.
Yeah, they're weak. They're weak people. This
They're-
hobby
the
is
fuck
not
are you
for
talking
them.
about?
They're brainwashed
Come
by Vince
on.
McMahon's no blood
Nope.
policy.
The fuck out of here! Come
This
on.
hobby is not for you. Get out.
They act like one of the most iconic wrestling images of all time isn't Stone Cold with fucking blood running down his face. It was a t-shirt. It was a t-shirt, you pussy.
But you know what?
I-
They don't know that. They weren't around for that.
It's funny you say that, because there's at one point during that match, I looked it up and I said, God damn, Mox is looking like that Stone Cold t-shirt. I literally the exact thing, because he was so bloody.
Did you see the mess he made in that stairwell from
Oh,
the
that
week before?
That promo was
Oh
incredible.
my
First
God.
off,
That was a fucking kick-ass promo. That was an amazing promo.
Like, who cleans that up when they're done with that promo?
Wheeler Yuta.
they've probably got some kind of biohazard guy.
Right.
That just follows Mox around just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah,
Some
incredible
wild,
match.
wild
the
shit,
the
man.
only time Mox has ever tapped out in AEW.
Is that right?
Yep.
That's fucking cool. I like that. That's cool. Some crazy, dumb barbed wire spots, man. Shit was it was gnarly. It's a real fucking good match. I was relieved as all get out when the fucking like the Brody King dangling sleeper hold thing. I clutch my pearls real hard whenever there's like the back-to-back chair spot. I fucking hate that so much.
Yeah.
Like, it just, oh God.
Yeah,
And when they missed, he hit the seat of the chair. I was like, oh, thank God.
didn't get all of it. Yeah, the back-to-back chair thing is like blood for these other pussies for me. Like, what was it? Was it Adam Cole who took one just so perfectly? It looked like it severed his spine in two.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was off TV for 6 months. No, no.
Oh.
But no, that shit was wild. Fucking Hangman wrapping himself in barbed wire, then moonsaulting Mox on the ground. This is ridiculous. This
That
is
was
crazy
nuts.
shit. Debuting new gear and sweet fucking Desperado music too. It's pretty good.
He came out like Hangman Moxley. He even kind of
Yeah.
had the Moxley like swagger to him.
Yeah. I said on Twitter, I'm like, okay, that's what an ace looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%. No, you fucking look like $1 million.
I will miss
then,
the Dos Equis song though.
I think he'll get that music back.
When he's
'Cause
not
I
going
think-
through his emo phase.
Well, because I think this one was like an actual licensed song, so I don't know if he'll keep it.
I can see that.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe just the one off for the pay-per-view.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it was probably cheaper than when MJF got the Rolling Stones.
Probably definitely cheaper than Final Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, then next up was Wardlow and Samoa Joe. And honestly, I couldn't tell you a whole lot about this match because I was exhausted from the one before it. So it was a fine post-death match,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it was a buffer match. It was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it was
and
good
and
going
placed
into it
perfectly
with
in the card. Like, yeah.
low expectations, and it was two big meaty men just slapping meat.
Yeah. I am hoping that Hobbs beats Wardlow tomorrow.
Ooh,
I hope so too, man. Hobbs is so good.
But you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
you're gonna
would
do
like
that
that a
to
lot.
fucking Wardlow twice now.
You know, why not?
Ooh,
He can get the big win, but he can't hold on to it.
I missed the top knot.
Yeah, he looks weird without it.
He does kind of look weird without it.
He looks like just some dude.
Yeah. It's like how it's the same thing as Killer Cross, just with hair. Killer Cross needs less hair. Wardlow needs more hair.
Killer Cross has the reverse Samson.
Yeah.
Nutty.
And you have to assume though, like at some point Wardlow is gonna go up against MJF for the title.
Yes. And then is that when you finally push Wardlow to the moon, or is he just another name?
Oh, I think you have MJF steamroll him.
Hell yeah.
Because I as time goes on more, I'm selling my stock in Wardlow. I think he's good. I don't think he's got top guy potential.
You know what the problem is with Wardlow? And it's not his problem. It's that when he started coming out with MJF, he was one of, if not the biggest, swollest dude in the company.
Yeah.
And now that is not the case. He almost looks small compared to like Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking Hobbs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hobbs is a goddamn madman. Like, Hobbs is one of those people where you look at him and you go, we're the same. Me and him, we're the same thing. Okay. All right. Like, you don't, okay. Like oh, okay.
Yeah, you look at Hobbs and you're like, okay, his parents didn't look like my parents.
Yeah.
No.
His parents were like
Definitely
athletes in some sort of sport, right?
Yeah. They almost have to be. Or maybe he's just genetically fucking gifted.
He's the
That
one
guy is
outlier.
Something else.
Yeah, and then you've got Keith Lee there too. You got Big Bill.
Big fucking Bill.
Franken Edge.
You got 1 in a billion Satnam Sting.
It's Satnam Sting.
I tried to, because Goat's not a regular watcher, so I tried to explain to him, like, he's like the Khali if Khali could walk.
Yeah.
And like, you know, had charisma. Like,
And
you know,
dunk.
like, yeah. Yeah, that guy's a fucking maniac too. But yeah, then then up was the tag match with the Guns, which I was kind of shocked that the Acclaim didn't get their belts back until FTR came back. It's like, oh
yeah,
okay,
I
that's
knew
what we're
the
doing.
Guns were transitioned for someone. I kind of assumed it was going to be FTR, but there was also a small part of me that's like, well, what if Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win? And I was like,
God damn it, they've been putting in the work.
yeah, and I was kind of like, I think I want to see Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win.
Jeff Jarrett is a fantastic example of how AEW utilizes the veterans compared to WWE, because while he was in the second to last match or the last match before the main event, Jeff Jarrett's not touching any main events anytime soon. Like anything that matters, he's going to be in mid-card feuds to elevate their pillars, their homegrown talent.
But looking good the whole time.
Being
he's doing great.
And he looks like he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves to be a piece of shit heel.
Yeah.
He was born to do it. Living the dream, daddy.
Yeah, I think people will look back fondly on Jeff Jarrett a lot more because of this run.
I would say so, yes. Yeah, I mean, I know that I had kind of written him off, you know, and then when I heard that he'd come to AEW, I'm like, okay, so he's just going to be working backstage, and he's on TV. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, my bad, he can fucking go. He still got it. All right, cool.
On TV
I take it back.
every
Jeff Jarrett,
week.
whom I've never met.
Who'd have
That was
thought?
all right. and having a hell of a time with Jay Lethal too. Like they're really bringing out the best in each other. I feel like
What
in
a
lot of ways.
weird
It's really good.
group that is. Just insane. Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh. Who in the world but Tony Khan?
Yep.
I tell you, I said this to you guys in private, but I unironically love the fucking guns now.
You know what? They're not bad.
Perfect at what they're doing. They're tag team Miz. They're great at it. They look good. They I mean, from what I've seen, not bad in the ring. You know.
Yeah, no, I think they're as good as they need to be where they are in their careers.
Yeah, and if they're shitty, that's part of the gimmick too.
Yeah.
The whole angle with them having the championships is people don't believe that they deserve them, and it's great.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's working. It's working for them.
Also, the theme music is a banger.
Their music rocks.
But the tall one with that he's got that real shitty tattoo that like
Colton,
half a portrait on his arm, half on his chest and trunk. It's a weird tattoo, man. It's a weird fucking tattoo.
Wrestling is just filled with awful, terrible tattoos.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And then we got the fucking MGF and D-Bry, the artist formerly known as D-Bry, coming out doing a 60-minute Iron Man match. But not until MJF comes out wearing this fucking crazy devil mask, accompanied by a string ensemble for his fucking banger of an entrance tune.
Was that legitimately Apocalyptica?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But it sounded much like Apocalyptica doesn't have violins. They're all just cellos.
All right. Gotcha. Yeah, it gave me...
Actually, there's no violin in Apocalyptica. No.
It gave me Shinsuke vibes, but cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his custom robe. It says Iron Man on it. And man, they both could fucking go. And then you hear MJF on the presser talk about like the regimen he's putting himself into to get ready for it. Like, of course he could, man. Like, he was working out like a maniac, doing this insane cardio regimen, all this shit. Like, and it showed. He looked great.
I mean, he's got all kinds of extra time. He's not planning for a wedding anymore.
Yep. Poor bastard.
Yeah, this is a match, like, coming into it, I was not super excited. I really haven't been into this feud. I typically don't like Iron Man matches. But fuck, they delivered.
Yeah. No, they killed it. Absolutely killed it.
There was that bit.
And again, like the rest of the show, the pacing was well done. Like, they didn't...
Yeah. Because that was initially what I was really dreading. I was just like, oh, fuck, there's going to be an hour-long match at the end of these super long, exhausting AEW shows.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what turned me off on the whole thing, where I'm just like, fuck, that's going to be miserable. But no, everything was paced perfectly.
To the point where I think Danielson was pushing to have it open the show.
I would have been all right with that.
So that people wouldn't have been worn out by the time the main event happened.
Yeah.
That would work.
But then you're going to wear everybody out for the rest of the show.
Yeah. No, in the end, they made the right choice.
Yep.
Yeah. It was great. Just, it was, and everybody they both got to show off why they're the fucking best. Why they showed why they were there. You know what I mean? Like, really and truly.
Yeah, because with this whole best heel in the world, best wrestler, MJF making all these claims, eventually he was going to have to put his money where his mouth is, and this is a huge step in the legend of MJF.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen someone go through the same table twice. That was fucking nuts.
The second time it broke, it looked like graham crackers. Just it snapped.
Just exploded.
I have never seen that before. Never seen that before.
The number of neck spots MJF did to Danielson was scary.
Yeah.
Tombstone off the
just-
middle rope. Danielson,
Yeah,
you
that
said
was
It was
nuts.
absolutely insane.
The
Then
multiple
I-
heat seekers he hit.
Oh, I love just taking a fall just to kick him in the fucking nuts.
Yes.
Just taking the DQ so he can get 2 quick pins.
Yeah.
Like, that's genius,
Yeah,
man. That's
it
fucking
went-
awesome.
It went from 1-0 to 2-2 in the span of like 15 seconds.
Great. Fucking loved it. Loved it.
To the point where even the announcers were like, "What the fuck? What's the score?"
Yeah. Like, what happened? Huh?
Because I don't feel like the DQ was big enough. Bryce didn't nail that.
They weren't making like I typically when you get a match like this, they'll make like the ring announcer will be saying like, oh, so and so,
They'll say something or they'll ring the
MJF
bell or something.
has
Yeah.
been
happen,
disqualified.
and no one was saying anything, so it was just like, whoa, wait, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah, the bell would have been good, Bell would have been super fucking helpful, I think,
Yeah.
for everyone involved. But at one point, pretty early on in the match, just everybody getting their sea legs on him, feeling everybody out. Like, MJF gets out of the ring, walks around a little bit, then he hops the barricade and goes out, walks by this mom and her kid, and just apropos of nothing, just grabs the mom's drink and tosses it on this little kid, and he's like 8. I mean, like a little kid, and then just hops back over the barricade, not giving a fuck. like he never would have thought about that fucking kid again. Had everyone else not been like, bro.
I
You
loved
just
when
knew.
someone asked him about it on the post-show scrum, and they're like, what was going through your mind? And he's like, I thought the kid looked thirsty.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, the guy's like, you had an interaction with a young fan in the crowd. I kind of have 2 questions. Firstly, what was going through your head? He goes, kid looked thirsty. What's your next fucking question?
I love it. I love when MJF says, fuck these kids.
Yeah.
And it's shit like that. Shit like MJF fucking with kids. Not like in the Jared way, but in the MJF way. It's shit like that where you can't ever make him a face.
No, God, no.
I think he's a guy, though, I will say, I think he's at his best when there is a slight, tiny bit of him that's redeeming.
Okay.
Like, when he was with Cody. Yeah, it was like, he's an asshole.
But
But
Cody
he's
likes
kind
him.
of he's kind of our asshole.
Yeah.
So, like, people started to like him. And then the CM Punk feud, where it's like,
He's
kind
kind
of
of
got
right.
a point.
Yeah.
And then the Regal feud, or like the thing with Regal, where it's like, you know what? He's right to have this chip on his shoulder all this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think MJF is at his best. Like, I don't think you can ever turn him face, but I don't think he can. He's at his best when he's not a totally unrepentant piece of shit.
But then.
But also,
He's so good
You
when
gotta
he's
fuck them kids once in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, you give him that little glimmer of hope that there's a little bit of good in MJF, and then you just rub it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so fucking good.
I really do hope that internally, while they all sprung into action to take care of this kid and his mom, I hope internally they're not legitimately mad or looking to punish MJF whatsoever, because he is doing his job.
Yeah.
He's
absolutely.
doing what they
Yeah.
hired him to do, and one of these days, one of these incidents is going to get them mainstream attention and bring more eyeballs to the product, and it's all going to be worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, 100% on board. And then, I had to check out, Kelly mentioned it earlier, I had to check out the post-show media scrum. Just had to see what the fuck happened. And my boy delivered.
MJF there like a madman with a bunch of pickles. having the time of his life.
Hobbling in on a crutch, immediately starts yelling at fucking Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer. Who's the fucking man, Dave? What, Kenny? Honestly. Well, I think it might have been after he threw the drink at the kid. And he fucking hopped back over before he got back in the ring. He looks at the camera and goes, "Oh, is that gonna cost me a star, Dave?"
My favorite bit of the post-show scrum was, I think it was the very first question he got asked when the person said, "Hello, I'm so-and-so from comicbook.com." And he goes, "Comicbook.com? That's like the New York Times, isn't it?"
Ouch.
And I forget what the question was, but he asked somebody, it might have been that first one from the comicbook.com guy. But, he was just such a shithead. And then he was like, "Who's next?" And there's like a solid 6-7 seconds. He's like, "What? You guys fucking scared?"
That's why dude didn't want to come up and taste a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You a fuckface. Come get a pickle.
I don't care.
Yeah. Who wants? Because you had these, these fancy deli pickles. And he just kept going on and on with these fucking pickles, and he's like, "Come on, who wants to try with these pickles? Hey,
You.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Fuckface."
Fuckface. Come up here, fuckface.
And that whole thing is more smoke to the fire that Punk's coming back. Because he kept calling himself best in the world. His pickles were much like Punk with his sparkling waters and
And the cupcakes
and the
shit.
cupcake.
Yeah. He fucking gives the guy a bite. He's like, "Take a big old bite." He's like, "What do you think?" He says, "That's pretty good." Yeah, now fuck off.
Is there a more? I know there is more, but could there have been a better Jewish snack for them to have ready for MJF to eat during his press conference?
No, it's the fucking best. It's so good.
It's full of electrolytes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was dehydrated. I kept saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taz was getting
It was-
so pissed about him drinking all that water.
Taz was
Yep.
hot. Taz was as angry as Melvin was when he came in and saw all those lights we had on. Every time MJF went for a water break, Taz was like, "What the fuck? I'm going to go choke this guy out myself." Why would
He should know not to be drinking all them waters.
I gotta tell you, I am not sad that we lost JR for Taz on commentary.
Oh,
Taz fucking
yeah.
rules.
I mean,
I was
JR
really worried they were going to wheel JR back out for the main event, and I assume he was already in bed.
I don't even remember when he stopped calling matches. He was out there
He's
for
just
the
on Rampage now.
for the
Yeah.
opening.
Was he there for the trios match?
He was at least there for Jericho and Starks.
And Yeah, and I think he was there for the
yes, because
Jack
he
Perry,
called
Christian Cage match.
he called Julia Hart a Jezebel. I remember that.
Yes, that's
He-
true.
Oh,
keeps-
yeah. That must be the last part then. Must
He
be the
keeps
last
calling women Jezebels, and I don't think it applies. He would call them Jezebels back in the Attitude Era because back then we were like, women are sluts, they're whores. Jezebel was the nice way to say that.
Yeah, because every woman on the roster was in some capacity a slut or a whore.
Yeah.
That's the only woman character they had back then.
At least in storyline, yeah.
Yeah. That's all the characters. That's all they had. That was it. Even the old ladies were sluts and or whores. That's all they had.
It's true.
Real progressive at the time.
Yeah. And then JR just kind of left.
Hey,
Yeah.
Like,
You
they
know-
barely even mentioned that he left. He was just not there anymore.
honestly, he's going to be like Stan Lee. Tony Khan's going to let him be part of the show until he just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Let him call a match or two. I'm sure it's still pretty cool for these younger wrestlers to have JR call one of their matches.
Sure. Yeah.
But eventually you just got to send the old horse out to pasture.
Yep.
Some JR barbecue sauce flavored glue.
Bless his heart.
But yeah, I mean, probably one of the, I think it's the tightest pay-per-view that AEW's maybe ever had.
It's funny. Last year's Revolution was the one that we attended, me and Mary and Jose, and that was Punk, MJF, Danielson, Moxley. I think these Revolution shows are coming for those all outs and double or nothings.
Yeah.
Revolution, I think, consistently has probably been the best show.
I would have to put this year and last year's cards up against one another and see which one. I mean, I think in the long run, both MJF matches are probably the most memorable thing from both shows.
Yeah. And it's funny because that is a thing that he talked about in the press scrum too, where he's talking about how, like, he was like, can we just, and it was like the realest thing he said, because so much of what he says is just hyperbolic bullshit, being this over the top guy. But there's a point where he's like, can we just all collectively, hey, I'm telling you right now, it's fucking annoying when it's all, oh, MJF's good on the mic, but can he fucking back it up in the ring? How about we all just collectively agree, yes, the fuck I can. And he just lists all these matches. He's like, I'm 26 years old, and I've already got a Hall of Fame career. So can we just knock it the fuck off, please?
Oh my god, he's right.
Yeah.
He's fucking right.
Yeah.
Just as long as he doesn't double murder suicide his family, I think he's alive.
Yeah.
But then that would be a real heel thing to do.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true. Yeah, really living the gimmick. But no, it was like, he was entertaining as shit. And then, I'm sure other stuff happened after that, but I didn't give a shit. I turned it off after he was done because I wanted to see what wild shit he would do.
I think I said MJF should hold the title until Cody comes back.
I was definitely not prepared for the reign of terror to be over. I did not want Bryan Danielson to win at all. Like, and that's nothing against him personally.
Danielson has no interest in being champion. He said, if Tony Khan wants to make me champion, I'll be champion. But like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw him recently say, he's like, if they would just let me wrestle on Dark and Elevation, I would do that. Yeah.
Like, he might end up in Ring of Honor.
I could see that.
Especially
honestly, I'm thinking MJF's next feud might be against Kenny. And I'm pretty sure Kenny will just be another scalp for him.
Okay.
Because that's a big match for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, it is.
MJF Kenny.
Match, yeah.
Though, actually, no, maybe not, because New Japan probably wouldn't want their U.S. champion to lose.
I mean,
I would say MJF and Adam Cole, but you don't want Adam Cole to lose
right off the bat.
After coming back.
I don't know, man. Like, would Punk be back from his injury?
That's the thing. I
wanna
don't
see
know
him
if he'd
again.
be ready yet.
Yeah, and I don't, man. I just, it seemed like such a bad fucking move, man. I can't imagine bringing that guy back for anything.
It's that money, man. It'll get people talking, and there are so many. Despite what your opinion of Punk, and fucking Punk is a piece of shit asshole, but there's so many matches still left on the table.
Yeah, but he was such a toxically negative influence on the entire culture there in such a short time that I cannot imagine that any kind of bump in money or whatever they might see from having him on a card is worth sacrificing the health of their entire fucking roster like that. I can't imagine. Not when the whole fucking mission statement of AEW was to put the talent wrestlers first, like that.
Mm-hmm. He still paid him though. He's paying him one way or the other, so get that return on that investment.
I guess, man. But, fuck. That guy sucks.
A love
that
it.
guy.
But see, like, look at this response he's getting out of you.
No, but like, I don't like not fuck that guy like on my TV, like in real life. Like,
Yes,
that guy
yeah.
fucking sucks. Like, you know, yeah, no, I don't need that. I don't need him fucking, you know, I don't need him bringing down my boys in the Acclaimed with his bullshit. You know what I mean? Like whoever the hell else, you know.
Oh no, he would prop up the Acclaimed until they got close to taking his spot.
Yeah.
That's why he's friends with FTR Bald and FTR Hair, because he knows that they're never going to take his spot. They're comfortable being a tag team, being his best good guy friends. Jade says nice things about CM Punk because there's no way Jade's taking Punk's spot.
Yep.
A different spot altogether.
Speaking of Jade, weird thing that they're doing. Like, they've had some really good women's division stuff lately. All the story with Hater and all that stuff's been great. But like, when the core of that story is, you know, the AEW originals versus kind of, you know, the storied ladies, you know, the outsiders, as it were. To have Jade not in that discussion is real weird. They do Jade kind of like they did Cody, where she was in her own little universe. She's in her own little bubble there with like a handful of like the mid-card girls.
Yeah, she just
And,
keeps
you know,
running through Red Velvet and
the
Vert
same ones
Vixen,
over and over again. Yeah,
Robin
And they'll throw one of
Renegade.
I'd say the Renegades or something. Yeah, and like, and I don't know that she's necessarily at like, I don't know that she's a main eventer yet, but if the story you're telling is the homegrowns versus the not, like, you know, they don't get much more homegrown than Jade Cargill,
right?
You know, as far as that goes, you know, so it's very odd that they're leaving her out of the discussion.
I think part of it is
maybe
probably
won't be for long.
They don't want Hater and Jade and Britt, and because you put let's say there's a segment with all the people from the match, so it's Hater, Britt, Toni Storm, Saraya, Ruby Soho, and then fucking Jade comes out on the ramp. Like, this is the first time she's interacting with all these people, pretty much.
Right.
So are they trying to keep her separated from them until a certain point where their paths shall meet, and they're waiting for that? Or are they killing time until Sasha Banks comes in, if that happens?
That's, I think, probably your strongest possibility.
Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, that could work. Just,
is that going to be Forbidden Door? Would make a lot of sense, since she is the IWGP Women's Champion, right?
Yeah. Because at this point, I don't know who you have beat Jade.
yeah, because they keep making a big deal out of her streak and whatever. She's got 50 some odd fucking wins, but like that's with 20 opponents, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh, and that's
you know.
that's the other reason they're keeping her away from everybody else, is because of the streak. You know, she beat Ruby. I don't know. I don't feel like she beat Hater a while ago, but could have, like, when Hater first came back and was teaming with Britt. Let's look at this roster of people that Jade has beat.
Yeah, I bet we could. I'll bet there's some nerd that's made a list of it on the internet.
You just got to go to cagematch.net.
No, there you go.
I'll bring up her matches.
Okay.
All right, so let's just go through from the beginning. Got Jade Cargill and Shaq defeat Cody Rhodes in Red Velvet.
Oh yeah.
Jade Cargill defeats Danny Jordan. That was from March 11th, 2021. Jade Cargill beats Red Velvet. Jade Cargill beats Reika Tahaka. Jade Cargill beats Reika Tahaka. Jade Cargill beats Kylan King. Rache Chanel. Robin Renegade. Amber Nova, Katie Arquette, Kira Hogan.
Well, that's one for Kiera Hogan.
Yep. Blair Onyx, Shauna Reed, Angelica Risk, Layla Hirsch, Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa.
All
In
right.
a three-way. Sky Blue, Santana Garrett, Red Velvet,
Goddamn. She has
Janai-
beaten Sky Blue and Red Velvet so many goddamn times.
Janai Kai, Valentina Rossi, Thunder Rosa,
She beat
Ruby's-
Thunder Rosa in the TBS tournament final or semifinal.
the semifinal. Ruby was the final.
So those are definitely her two biggest wins thus
probably.
far.
Got Sky Blue again, Anna Jay, Julia Hart, Aqua,
AQA.
yeah, the Bunny, Ty Conti, Marina Shafir, the tag title match with the baddies, or a tag match with the baddies beating Sky Blue, Trish Adora, and Willow Nightingale, beating Anna Jay again. I lost my spot.
Willow
There it is.
Nightingale.
All right, Willow Nightingale, Layla Gray.
Layla Gray again.
Tag match with Kira Hogan beating Athena and Willow. Madison Rain, Athena,
Cool,
Diamante, Willow
Willow
again,
Nightingale again.
Trish Adora, Marina Shafir, Nyla Rose. Another tag match with the baddies beating Kira Hogan, Madison Rain, and Sky Blue. Beats Dream Girl Ellie, Vert Vixen,
20 it says.
Kira Hogan, tagging with Red Velvet to beat Kira Hogan and Sky Blue, beating Sky Blue, tagging with Layla Gray to beat Madison Rain and Sky Blue, tagging with Layla Gray to beat Jada and Jordan Vanity, beats Red Velvet. On the Jericho Cruise, tagged with Layla Gray to beat Ruby Soho and Willow again. Tagged with Layla Gray to beat DD Doom and Dulce Tormenta.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
beat Vert Vixen.
Just who's who of AEW Dark Elevation.
It's like do you remember when WCW would do the World War III matches?
Yes.
And there'd be a bunch of jobbers you've just never heard of in there because they needed to get 60 people.
Right.
Let's look
Bunch
at
of-
this
bunch of
women's
local
roster.
talents.
Who else? Okay, she hasn't fought Abaddon, which would be cool, I think.
But is Abaddon around still? I haven't seen her in
I
a long
haven't
time.
seen her either. Hasn't fought
I think
Britt.
she's on the YouTube shows, I think.
Okay.
What about Emmy or Sheeta?
Nope.
Yeah,
Hasn't
well,
been in
I'm
there.
saying she should.
Yeah.
Who was saying that they need to send her? I think it was Danielson who says
Yes.
they need to send Jade to Japan.
And he's 100% right.
Yeah.
She needs to work with better wrestlers.
Oh,
'Cause, like,
Statlander
with-
should be coming back soon.
Statlander's a possibility for
How?
Statlander could be the possibility to win.
How has Jade not smashed the librarian yet?
Does the librarian even wrestle dark matches anymore?
She was on. They did a segment with her where Saraya and Tony Storm
Yeah.
beat her up the other day, but I haven't seen her wrestle in forever.
Because I think she just does backstage stuff now.
What's going on with Mercedes Martinez? Is she all right? She's gone. Haven't seen her.
Yeah,
in a
I think
while.
she's been relegated to Ring of Honor.
Okay, Penelope Ford. Jade could beat up.
Yeah.
Jade versus Riho. Jade versus
Yeah.
Rebel. Throw Rebel in there in her big Frankenstein shoes. Oh God, I was just reminded that Serena Deeb is on the AEW roster.
Ugh.
How is Jade? I would have swore Jade fought Serena Deeb,
Yeah, you'd think.
but that was Thunder Rosa that they
Yeah.
wrestled a bunch of times. Yeah, why isn't Jade just running through a bunch of Joshi wrestlers?
Yeah, she should be in Japan.
Oh, this is my
right
girl
now.
Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love that girl. She rules.
Current Tokyo Joshi Pro Princess of Princesses champion.
Yeah. But instead, they'll just make her fight the same fucking 5 people.
And it's like, sure, having matches makes you better, but not if you're against people over and over and over that are of the same level.
Yeah. That's the thing, though, because none of the, no disrespect, but of, what, the most seasoned one of all of them, what, might be Willow Nightingale? And Willow's
Madison
fine.
Rain is probably...
Yeah. But she's not...
seasoned as fuck.
Yeah, she's super seasoned. She's blackened, as it were.
Rode hard and put up wet.
I guess Leva Bates does work occasional matches on Dark.
That just goes to show you, if your matches are on YouTube, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah. I need to see when the last time she worked AEW show that wasn't on YouTube was. If ever.
That might have been 2 years ago.
It was... Oh, no, that was on YouTube. Never mind. I was going to say, I thought it was the AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament for the title, but that was not on TV. All right, we're looking at AEW Dynamite episode 22.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Just 3 days shy of 3 years ago. March 4th, 2020. Big Swole beats Leva Bates in 1 minute 23 seconds.
You know what I gotta say about that?
What's that?
Say? Okay.
It got better.
Only ever had like 3 TV matches. Because she had that match. The time before that was Dynamite episode 10.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And then there was the all-out buy-in. So yeah, no, she is only ever on AEW TV twice.
Remember when we got Fight for the Fallen at the Mahoney's house, and Mahoney walked in during the
Worst
librarian
possible
segment?
time.
Wasn't it
Like,
librarian
this
versus?
is what you nerds like?
Wasn't it librarian versus Sunny Kiss?
Probably.
So we saw like a whole
Yeah, it
Sunny
sounds
Kiss
about
cheerleader routine too. So it was
Yeah.
librarians and a cheerleading routine.
Well, Mahoney would enjoy that.
Yikes.
He likes watching people dance. That's one of his favorite things.
In the world.
Yeah.
The whole wide world.
Name
wild.
me 3 things that Mahoney loves more than watching people dance.
The West
I
Coast
fucking
Avengers.
dare you.
The West Coast Avengers.
Yep. Okay.
Fucking slanging dick. What else?
I would say that's. I mean, slinging dick is probably neck and neck with watching people dance. I don't know. That's a game of inches.
There's that roast beef place.
He does love that roast beef place. That's a good
Yeah.
sandwich. I don't blame him.
Ooh,
That's a very good sandwich.
Burrito tacos. Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
Definitely not
I guess
gluten.
there's children in there somewhere.
Meh. They'll
Fuck
get
them
there
kids, am I right?
eventually. They'll get there. They
Yeah.
gotta. Killing
They're
kids
still
on
new.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kids got to earn their spot, and I respect that. Fucking funny. Oh, wrestling's fun, you guys.
It is.
It's a good time.
It used to not be fun. Remember when it used to not be
Yeah.
fun?
Right.
Yeah.
Remember when it was embarrassing?
Yeah, and now it's fun. We're having a good time, everybody.
Yeah. Quality stuff. Look at that.
We got to diversify our audiences, though. I don't know how to do that because the talent, the wrestlers are plenty diverse. There's something for everyone on AEW television. So why is it just middle-aged white guys watching it?
And that show that I watched earlier this evening that was in that bar, it was mostly women.
Okay.
So like, how do we get that here?
Yeah. There were definitely women at the Ring of Honor taping. It was not mostly women. And I don't think any of them were there as a first choice. There was a woman.
A lot of +1 energy in that crowd.
Yeah, there was a woman with a dude who was doing a Orange Cassidy cosplay, and Mary kept calling him Grapefruit Cassidy. And the woman that was with him, he was like, they were like 4 or 5 rows back from the front. And whenever a wrestler would like come by the guardrail, he would run to the guardrail to like, so he could be seen or he could touch him or whatever. And you see her sitting back 5 rows, watching him do this, and she just has the most sour, disappointed, embarrassed look on her face. And that is one of my favorite things about going to wrestling shows, is just looking at the people in the crowd. Popping strangers and looking at fucking weirdos.
Yep.
Yeah. Some true ace level weirdos at a wrestling show. That's an undeniable truth. There's no 2 ways around it. Like that's just what's gonna happen.
Those GCW shows, the Mania weekend shows, were party. It was not as many belt mutants as you see at other wrestling events. It was more of a rock concert, but still
different kind of mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, to Kelly's point, mutants nonetheless.
Like the ones that asked us if we wanted to sleep on their floor.
God, that's right. What a pleasant that
mutants.
was. Yeah. Pleasant, but also no thank you.
That one lady was homeless by choice.
By choice. Make sure to mention that.
Was Jose involved in this interaction at all? It was just you two.
I think it was
just us, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was just us.
Because I think if Jose wasn't involved, we would have probably made a detour after the show.
Oh, God, no, because it was already 4 a.m. And the GPS made us take a tour of the Superdome.
Hey, man, just waiting on you.
Oh, goddamn. The other day, I think I shared with you guys, I got in the car and Sirius was on and it was playing It's My Life, the Bon Jovi song. And I will never, for the rest of my days, not think of Great Sasuke when I hear that song.
3 in the
Karaoke
morning.
Falls off at 3 in the fucking morning.
At Pontchartrain.
What a trip that was. What a weekend.
Man, I really hope the next Mania weekend isn't somewhere not awful.
So it's LA.
Because LA just sounds miserable.
Well, we've also talked about changing the Mania weekend to like Double or Nothing.
Do
or
Vegas
All Out
Double
or
Nothing.
something.
Yeah, do Double or Nothing in Vegas. I fucking love Vegas.
Double or Nothing tickets go on sale the 17th.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
At some point, I want to ball like Kelly balls going to these events and sitting in a suite.
It's nice.
I bet.
It's real nice.
Because then you could look at the freaks, but
from on high.
Yeah, there's a
You see the
separation.
freaks going in. Sometimes you pass a freak going from one, like, if you need to go to the bathroom. But you're not hanging out with them.
Freaks got to know their place.
Exactly.
Freaks come out at night.
Yep.
All right, let's land this fucking bird.
Ah, Jesus.
That scared the shit out of me. It was so loud. Holy shit. Oh my god. All right, we'll be back next week. We might have a full crew. Not sure. Jose
man,
is all over the fucking place
Don't
right
make
now.
any promises. To those of you listening, thanks for listening, and just be thankful when we have an episode.
That's right. That's right. You know what? The world's big, okay? The world's big. Life is full. We're all busy.
There's so much
But,
fucking content. We're not going to lose any sleep if we miss a week of the podcast, and you shouldn't either.
Jose's
Yeah.
got places to be. Mahoney's got COVID to catch.
Yeah. Although I'll have stories next week. I'm going to a fucking wedding this weekend, so that'll be fun.
Ugh.
All right.
Yeah.
We
I
might
think
be
my
just be able
clothes
to
for a
cover
wedding.
next week with you and Mahoney stories if we get Mahoney
Yeah.
back.
Quite possibly. Just do a fucking vibe check and call it. But odds are that we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Nyes and Kelly Harris. I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Do you mind if I do?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I do? Do you mind if I do?
Fucking Google something.
Do you mind if I do?
Holy shit.
Do you mind if I do?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I do?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you mind if I do?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa, whoa,
Do you mind if I do?
You fucking
Class bitch.
Do you mind if I do?
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Do you mind if I do?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.